Hi there, my name's Olivia Immitt and I'm the program leader here at Cumberland Falls State Resort Park. Welcome to the first day hike, a tradition held by Kentucky State Parks. You can find many first day hikes available at many different parks throughout our park system. Today, on the first of the year, I'm going to give you a tour of the Fire Tower Trail leading up to our historical Pinnacle Knob Fire Tower. Now, the beginning of the trail is actually in the Daniel Boone National Forest. We are going to be walking back into the state park about halfway through. To get to this trailhead, you're going to drive on Highway 90 from the lodge towards Corbin. Once you see the mile marker number 2 on your right, you are going to turn the next corner and you'll see trail number 2 on your left. Pull in there and that's where you start. Once you get to this trail, make sure you take a look at the map because it does fork where Trail 2 continues down to the river or it goes up to the fire tower. Now I've got my little dog with me today. This is Silva. You can take dogs on this hike. Not all trails in our park system we can take our little friends. However, you can on this trail because it is not in our nature preserve. Any of the trails that are on the opposite side of the river in McCreary County, they are nature preserve, so you cannot take your little ones. You do have to make sure that your pets are on a leash no matter where you take them in the park where it is not nature preserve. So let's go check out this trail, and if you want to come in person, the trail tower, the tower at the top of the trail will be open for you to enjoy. So one of the things you're going to notice right off the bat with this trail is how wide it is. And that's because this used to be the road leading in to the fire tower where supplies were taken, and at a certain point they had to hike everything up to the tower. So I will point out that spot once we get up to it. At this point in the trail, when you see this yellow rope, you are going to be transitioning from the Forest Service into the state park of Cumberland Falls. Forest Service being behind me, and this is a spot that I always like to stop and talk about. These small trees that line this area are called pawpaw trees, and if you have never had a pawpaw, you are missing out. It tastes kind of like a mango and a banana and a custard apple. And being someone that almost moved to South America, man, I am happy that we have this here in our forest because it definitely tastes like a tropical fruit. It actually has migrated up from the tropics over the past several thousand years. So if you haven't checked out a pawpaw, definitely get an opportunity to eat one. They usually are not found in grocery stores because they spoil really quickly. So you have to eat it directly off of the tree, and we have them in our forests. You can also grow your own. Alrighty, let's head up to the fire tower. So shortly after you see that yellow rope dividing the two property lines, you're going to come to that fork in the trail that I was talking about, where trail number 2 leads on down to the river, and the trail to the right leads you up to the fire tower. This is the point where the road ended, so from this point on, people had to carry all of their supplies up to the fire tower, and they stayed there for 6 months at a time. So you can imagine how much stuff was trekked up from this point. Pretty incredible stamina they must have had. Let's check out one more spot and then we'll get to the tower. So this is the last point that I wanted to stop at before reaching up at the fire tower. These are a set of stone steps that were carved into the hillside. So that's all one slab of rock that's going to last for a long time to come and has already lasted a long time. It was constructed in the 1930s, as were many of our trails in our park, and they also constructed the fire tower and many other structures throughout our park, and these set of steps that we put in not too long ago are going to deteriorate much faster than the stone steps that have been carved nearly almost a century ago. There is a little secret right at the spot, so keep an eye out for it. If you find it, put it in the comments below. All right, let's head on up. We made it to the base of the fire tower. Before going up into the tower, make sure you check out this sign. At the base of it, there's a website, www firelookout.net. It will give you all of the fire towers that still exist and what condition they're in, whether it's on private or public land, whether you can visit it. Ours is registered under that, so you can learn a little bit more about our tower if you are inclined to do so. But let's head on up for that amazing view. Keep in mind, if you brought a little dog or a big dog, make sure you don't take them up into the tower with you. Not a very safe idea. If it's a well-behaved dog, definitely able to tie it to the post where the sign is. If it's not a well-behaved dog, I recommend coming with a partner that can stay with the pet down on the ground while you go up and see the beautiful view. Let's head on up. Coming up the last couple steps, you will notice that this platform extends all the way around the fire tower, and so you can see in every single direction. Over here is towards Corbin. Over here is towards Tennessee. On the opposite side of the structure is Somerset. And over in this direction is Lexington. One of the first things you're going to notice as you step into the cabin is that we have it set up much like it would have been when somebody stayed here in the 1930s. Over here we have the wood stove in its original place with where it would have connected the chimney pipe to the ceiling. Over here in the center we have a map that swivels that lines up with the horizon where the fire would be to calculate how far the fire was from your location. Over here on this map we have indicator of all the other fire towers that were in this region. For more information, you are going to have to come visit us. What a beautiful way to spend the first day of the year. I hope you've enjoyed this virtual tour of the Fire Tower Trail here at Cumberland Falls State Resort Park. I hope you get out and hike, and weather permitting, this will be open for you to enjoy during a specific set of hours. So give us a call at 606-528-4121 or visit our Facebook page for the hours that it will be open on the 1st. Remember, weather permitting. This isn't a place you want to be in a storm, as you can imagine why. Hope you all have a great day. Hope you enjoyed this recreation station, and safe and happy New Year.